Hi, Calvary kids. So the big idea in the lesson today is going to be God can use my gifts. So before we start, it's a good time to think about some of the favorite gifts that you've received and how grateful you are for them. Who gave it to you? Why was it your favorite gift? You know, one of the nicest gifts that I received recently was from my friend Woody. He gave me a $100 gift card to use any way I wished. Well, it was Morgan's friend's birthday, so we went and we spent it at Target and we got a bunch of stuff to go to the park, and I was able to use that gift to bless other people. Some of the greatest gifts I've ever received are gifts that I've been given that I can use to bless other people. And God also gives us gifts that we can use in order to help people or in order to make them feel better. Some of these gifts we call spiritual gifts. So with that being said, let me get into reading the story.
A boy named David who did something really brave. This is David. He's the youngest of 8 brothers. Whoa, that's a lot of brothers. Someday, David will grow up to be the king of Israel. But for now, he's still just a young man. While all of his brothers were away at war against the Philistines, David stayed home to take care of his family's sheep. The Philistines were some of the toughest people out there, with the toughest and biggest warrior, Goliath. Goliath was a giant. He wanted to fight someone from Israel's army, but no one was brave enough. So Goliath teased and insulted them day after day. But when David saw the way Goliath was treating David's people, he said, "Let me fight him." You might think David would get dressed in armor to fight a big giant. But instead, he went out to meet Goliath face to face with nothing but a sling and 5 small stones. Goliath laughed at David and his God. But David said, "God is on my side. Today, everyone will see the power of my God." Then David put a small stone in his sling, swung it around, and oh, hit Goliath right between the eyes. Believe it or not, Goliath fell down dead. God didn't need David to be older, stronger, or skilled in battle to defeat Goliath. God just needed David to be himself, because God had already given David all of the special gifts he needed to win. Just like he did for David, God can use your gifts too.
David was very, very brave. He was able to stand up to Goliath. And bravery can be a spiritual gift that we give from God. Faith is a spiritual gift that we get from God. And we are able to use our faith and our belief in God, our knowing that God is going to work things out for us to help other people, as David did in this story. This story is a great reminder as we go through trials and we go through struggles of the power of God and what God can do in our lives if we have faith and continue to move forward. There are many things, many challenges that sometimes can seem giant and make us feel small. When we meet these challenges, knowing that the God of all of Israel, the God of the armies of Israel, the same God who delivered David from the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear and from the hand of Goliath, is a God that's with you today.